is Wcxo, Carlisle.
This broadcast is a presentation of Wcxo Sports. Wcxo Sports. Since 1999, the sports voice of the Carlisle Indians, the Central Cougars, the Mater Dei Knights, and the Westland Warriors presents Talkin Sports on Max 96.7. Talkin Sports is powered by Wcxo Elevator in Centralia. See Wcxo for a variety of fertilizer, seed corn, and seed soybeans. Talkin Sports is brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Nordike Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. Lee's Sports in Nashville. McKendree University in Lebanon. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Here's the host of Talkin Sports, Rip Nottmeyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Talkin Sports. Rip here in the Wigman Ford studio. On track today, we'll talk baseball with Kaskaskia coach Mitch Custer, and later it's off for the basketball court again with the new McKendree Bearcats coach this time in Chris Foster. Plus, as always, on a Saturday morning with the Easy and Travel Trivia Quiz at 594-2576, 594-2576. Today you can rack up a Talkin Sports t-shirt, cap, couple of koozies, some gear. You got it, but right now it's scores and stuff, and it's brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body, located just 7 miles north of Carlisle. Has your ride met its fate, at least for now? See Hoffman Auto Body for the fix. Let's hijack the H&H Computer Services guest line for Aveston's Kurt Peters. Kurt, welcome back.
How you doing, Rip?
Hey, I'm doing just fine. And we actually have some baseball and softball scores to report today. Not bad, huh?
Yeah, it finally started after like 2 weeks, huh?
And it wasn't beautiful last night, but at least they got some games in. So here we go. South Central clipped Carlisle 4-3 on a pair in the bottom of the 7th. It was Salem 9, Mater Dei 2. Westland fell at Triad 4-1. Centralia beat Tolono Unity 4-2. And a couple of shutouts by Wash County teams. Nashville 0, New Athens 6-0, and Oakville beat Redbud 4-11. In softball, Central, you talk about finally, I think they've gotten 2 in now, but the Cougars did lose to Collinsville 13-9, but they were really dry. I think they had 1 inning left in before maybe two games on the diamond this week.
Yeah, they got 1 inning in, and then they got 11 games rained out in a row, and they finally got to play 2, and hopefully they'll be fine. Hopefully, after being outside, they'll get it going. And I know they've got a lot of talent on the team, and hopefully they find their way.
Yeah, GG does a good job with them. The Orphan Annies blasted Salem 8-1. It was the Lady Rockets of Oakville over Redbud 4-0. The KC Blue Devils lost yesterday. More on that coming up. We're talking JUCO baseball, and in junior college softball, the Blue Angels lost a pair to Wabash. We'll get back to baseball on the major league side shortly, but first we have to dip in. It's just we knew it was going to come down to tonight, Kurt. The Blues remain very, very much alive after beating the Hawks 4-1 last night. We had a Patrick Berglund had it. Well, I know the last one was cheap, but it counts. And the Blackhawks, that's the important thing. The Blues beat the Hawks 4-1 in Chi-Town.
The big Swede gets the hat trick.
Yes,
the big Swede.
The big Swede indeed.
So
what do you think now?
Yeah, pretty excited, but probably would be a lot more excited if Jake Allen wouldn't be in goal tonight. But he's going to be in goal, so he might stop 70 shots for a shutout, and he might give up 70 goals. You don't know what you're going to get with Jake, and I don't know. If I was, I'd go with Hutton, but. Obviously, I don't get paid the big bucks. They're going to go with Allen, and you don't know. I'm telling you, you just don't know. I mean, he could be really good or really bad.
But you would go with Hutton. I know Jake had some struggles, to put it mildly, Wednesday night. That was in his 14th consecutive start. Let a couple of doozies in there, but and it always comes down to that goaltending, doesn't it?
It's the Tommy Pham theory. The Blues are going to play Jake Allen because he's the guy they got all the money invested in, and I hope they don't get burned because of it.
Oh, okay. Well, it's an 8 o'clock face-off tonight. As long as the Blues avoid a regulation victory by the Avalanche, they are in. It's just cut and dried now. Although they've lost 3 out of 4 against them, haven't they? No, they won 3 out of 4 against them. The Blues have. It's
Avalanche and the Blues fighting over who gets to play Nashville and get swept in the first round.
Good luck, good luck with that.
But they've had good luck against Colorado, so maybe they'll win. You never know.
Okay, well, it's going to be fun to watch anyway, and it's. But you didn't doubt it was going to come down to this, right? As of about 2 weeks ago, it was just aiming for this all along.
I mean, it's been one of those unbelievable seasons. They lose 7 in a row, they win 6 in a row, they lose 5 in a row, they win
like that.
5 in a row, and it's definitely been a roller coaster ride. And I would say yes, that coming down to the last game of the year is just a perfect ending. Hopefully not an ending, but a perfect way for the last game to be played, because it's just been up and down all year long.
The Preds end up winning the Presidents 115 points, and the Winnipeg Jets right behind in the West with 112. Boy, 2 good clubs. And I know, hey, before we let you skip out of here on hockey, you went to Columbus, didn't you, maybe 3 weeks ago, something like that?
Yeah, we were in Columbus. Actually, it was 2 weeks ago today when we went to the game, and visit our good friend Mark Marcus, and got to go to the Blues and the Blue Jackets, and a great atmosphere. And that was the Jake Allen that is really good. So we got to see the good Jake Allen that night. I'm telling you, he was really good. Stopped all kinds of shots, and the Blues won 2-1. So that was a very entertaining. Columbus is a great town anyway. Just good. All kinds of good stuff. So
good atmosphere and more. And Jake Allen, I'm not so confident. My confidence is really waning now.
I don't know how those guys play. I don't know how those guys play behind him. I mean, it's like he's going to give up 1 or 2 bad goals a game, and it just takes the air completely out of you. I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's baffling, Rip. It's very hard to figure out.
Well, once you get in, I know it's first they have to get in, then we'll worry about the Preds and whoever else may come along if they happen to skip past that initial series.
Yes.
It's only been 50-plus years. In 2000, the Blues were the 1 seed, and the Sharks were the 8 seed, and the Blues won the President's Trophy, and bye-bye after 7 games. So you just never know. Yeah, the Blues have done that a couple of times. They've had some incredible regular seasons, and especially dipping back away. So good luck to the Note tonight in Colorado. The Cardinals, that was a flop after all that pomp and circumstances Thursday night. Actually, I was watching that at home. I was, and I hate to admit this because baseball will always, I was bored to tears, though, with that game. It seemed like it lasted forever, and it didn't last that long, but it seemed like it did. Too many balls. The umpiring, man, make a strike zone. Widen that baby.
Cardinals are another hard team. I mean, I think they've got a pretty good offense, and
should have.
Pitching's going to be lights out. Wainwright's really been good to the Cardinals for 15, 16 years, but I don't know how you send Flaherty or whatever down. I don't know how you say his name, Flaherty.
Yeah, Flaherty.
But and then let Wainwright pitch. But they've got some good young arms, sure, and I think they have a really bright future. And maybe this year they'll do good this year, hopefully.
We'll see how soon that future is opened up for that pitching, though. I mean, I got to see it to believe it, I mean, they've had some good arms. And Wcxo, and it was the same strike zone for each, but my goodness, he was squeezed on some of those calls. However, I don't like that velocity. It really trickled as the game went on, and he wasn't in there very long, was he?
No, it's not good, I don't think, for him. I mean, maybe he'd be better off coming out of the bullpen, but once again, I don't get paid money to make those decisions, but hopefully it works out for him.
We need to get you on somebody's payroll.
How about the general manager of the St. Louis Blues?
Oh, baby, that would be fun anyway.
All those players would be sweating bullets every game.
Okay, it's the Cardinals today, Friday. The schedule's so weird. Anyway, they play game 2 of their series against the D-backs today at 1:15 with Wcxo against Greinke. One thing was good, the previous night, Clown Carlos actually showed up and pitched, and that's the way he can pitch, and that's the way he should pitch on a very regular basis.
Is he related to Jake Allen as inconsistent
no,
not. He can be really good or really bad.
Well, there's a possibility there, but that's the only way they're related. This guy's wacko. I'm convinced of that.
Well, I'm convinced that Jake Allen's kind of wacko too in a different way.
Okay, well. Anyway, they'll play today, so good luck to the Redbirds. Hopefully they're off to. Greg Holland may be coming to the Cardinals soon. He did really well Thursday down at Palm Beach, and I understand he's going to pitch again today, and if all goes well, he'll be he'll be up with the club, and if he is right, if he's healthy and sharp, he can make a big difference.
Huge difference, and as much as I rip on Mozeliak here and there and everywhere, that's a great pickup by the Cardinals, and they actually got him for like $2 million less than what he was offered by Colorado. So Mo was very patient, and hopefully it works out because to me that's a great signing by the Cardinals.
That's a no-brainer.
Great signing.
I mean, even if you want it to work out, but it's for a year, and I know he really fell off in the last half of last season, but before that, he's had really 4 good campaigns in a row, and
yes,
he's pretty dependable as long as he's healthy and ready to roll. So, oh no,
yes.
The Cubs lost.
Cubs are struggling a little bit, right?
Yeah. Well, again, you talk about that. We're only a weekend, but yes, they did. Milwaukee slid by him 5-4. Orlando Arcia, he's a good-looking shortstop, man. He capped off the win for the Brew Crew.
The Brewers have done a lot to make themselves better this year, and unfortunately, they're probably the second best team in the division. I think the Cubs are probably the team to beat, but you never know. And it doesn't ever break my heart when the Cubs lose, to tell you the truth. So,
no.
But in the end, you and I both know in the end, baseball season's a marathon, not a sprint. And in the end, the Cubs will definitely be there.
You would think so. Pittsburgh is 6-1. I mean, come on, you can't figure on that. That's fine though. Padres beat Houston in interleague action last night. What happened in the American League? Well, how about this? I love this. This is going to be a great story. It could be a great story to follow. Shohei Ohtani drilled his 3rd home run in 3 games, and he's pitching tomorrow. He's already 1-0 on the mound. I think this is very cool and great for baseball. Yes, it is very cool, but he wasn't the first. He wasn't the first pitcher to hit a home run this year. Let's see who was
the guy from the Cardinals.
Oh my God, Michaelis, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You can walk into one. He's a big, strong guy, so you can walk into one once in a while. Yes,
and it is a really cool story, and I read somewhere or heard somewhere the other day that he's the first player since 1929 or 19-something that since Babe Ruth played a pitcher in a position thing, he's the first guy to do it since then.
Well, and he's got an easier situation, of course, now because he's just DHing. He's not actually playing, so it's going to be kind of interesting to see how they do use him as long as he's going well. I don't think he's playing today in order to prep for pitching tomorrow is the way I understand it. But
yeah, that's a pretty cool story.
It is.
For sure.
He's also going to get moved up in that lineup because I think he's been dabbling around 7th or 8th if he keeps this roll. And he did nothing in spring training. Once again, it just goes to show you exhibition ball is pretty much meaningless.
So is he going to be the first pitcher ever to pitch and bat 4th? Well, I'm sure Babe Ruth probably did, though. I don't know for sure. But,
he won't, well, I don't think he's going to bat tomorrow, is he?
I don't know that for sure.
I doubt it. I believe they just want him concentrating on the pitching end. But let's get to the really, 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 really good stuff. Avison's Trevor Richards. Talk about a really neat story.
Really cool story, and he's my neighbor, and we watch with his parents and my neighbors or whatever. We watch a lot of like hockey and baseball and football and the shed or whatever.
Another shed, huh?
And never thought ever that we'd be watching him making his major league debut and his mom and dad getting interviewed on TV. And
good interview.
Yeah, he's a great kid, man.
Yeah,
great family. Terry and Teresa are great people, and Trevor's worked hard to get everything that's come to him, and it's just a unbelievable story, really.
And he just has no fear. We talked about with his former coach for the manager of the Grizzlies the other night, Phil Warren. I mean, he's just so calm, cool, and collected. He talked to him the day of the game. I could almost tell from the text I mean, he's not fazed, and that's part of the reason some of these guys make it too. There aren't constant nerves. They have to be relaxed to do their job.
Yeah, and we were joking about that the other day because he definitely gets that the nerve thing, that being relaxed and all that. He definitely gets that from his mom, not his dad, because Terry gets pretty nervous, pretty worked up when he watches Trevor.
Well, he mentioned
reason,
that, didn't he? He said, "I'm very nervous." I like the way his mom set the report. I don't know what the guy's name was on TV straight. Hey, I know every level you're foul. And come on, this is the show.
Yeah,
what
it's
the heck?
Pretty amazing stuff, man.
He pitches tomorrow.
Came out of nowhere.
He goes tomorrow against Arietta.
I just texted one of my neighbors, or whatever, and said he's going tomorrow, 12:30 against Arietta and the Phillies. So that's cool. And you know what? He pitched pretty good against. He pitched pretty good against the Boston Red Sox. Just a couple of bad breaks here and there, and but he was good. It was good for him.
Yeah. I mean, he reeled through the first 3 frames against a hard-hitting team, man, and had that little infield single. And sure, that's fine. And things can, hopefully only get better and better the more outings he gets. Hopefully, he keeps getting chances. So he has his turn tomorrow. So 5 strikeouts. Boy, he's been a strikeout machine all along.
He's like they were saying on TV the other night, that changeup's really what's carried him. And yeah, you're right. He's been a strikeout machine, and hopefully that can continue.
Talk about disappointed. I was really disappointed in that championship game Monday night. I don't care who you're for, unless you happen to be a Nova fan. But my goodness, I thought it'd be a little better than that. I was.
Villanova is absolutely loaded, aren't they?
I know, but goodness.
And most of those guys are probably going to be back next year, right?
I think Brunson might, who just got the Wooden Award incident. I think he's going to take off, isn't he, finally? That's the thing, though. He doesn't have one and dones. He's got guys who are with him 2 and 3 years, maybe 4.
Yeah, he's got
players.
Yeah, he's got a franchise going there. He's got it going for sure, and that's what you need. It's not like a Duke or a Kentucky or whatever where
Especially
they have a
Kentucky.
bunch of one and dones.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Duke's went that way a little bit more lately, but Kentucky, of course, it's within the. But Jonte Porter has declared, although he hasn't hired an agent, so we'll see how he did have one incredible year. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, and Jay Wright's one of the good coaches in college basketball too, and he's getting exactly what he deserves. He's basically done it the right way, and he's had a great, 10, 12-year run here, and hopefully it can continue for him because he's done it the right way.
Either that, or he can go to the pros, and Porter Moser can go to Philadelphia with the Cats.
Yeah. So
possibly Paul Lusk is an assistant now with Coach Greg McDermott and the Creighton University Blue Jays, so it's working out fine for Paul. That's a tremendous opportunity. That is all about basketball in Omaha.
Yes, tremendous opportunity for him. Great place for him to land. I think somebody was saying that his wife is from that area too, so at least he'll be close to to her family, and that's a great opportunity for him. And it's really cool that it happened.
Yeah, looking forward to having Paul on again here in the near future or so. Finally, the Masters, Patrick Reed, he leads through 2 by a couple over Mark Leishman.
I don't know, Rip, because every time I turn on ESPN, I don't know who's winning the Masters. It's all about Tiger.
Yes,
Just
it
kidding.
is.
Yeah.
And at last look, he has a 73-75. He's 13 back, so who cares about Eldrick?
Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding.
No, I know.
But Tigers +4. But Patrick Reed and is it Leishman?
Leishman the second,
Leishman second.
And then you got some. Stanton, McElroy, Spieth. I think Thomas is close by. Dustin Johnson.
Remember this name. This is the one. I'm telling you right now. The winner of the Masters is Henrik Stenson.
Henrik Stenson. Okay.
He's going to win the Masters.
This year's Masters.
Yes, I think he's I don't know, 3 or 4 back.
He's 4. Yeah, he's 4 out right now. Okay.
Yeah, that's my winner, Rip.
What about Sergio Garcia? Is he going to put on I really got a kick at the only thing it would have been better if Eldrick would have done that. I love that. I laughed about that for maybe 2 or 3 hours. That was 8 over 13.
He was plus 14, but probably 30 shots better than I would have been on that course.
Well, yeah, but and that winds up tomorrow. Of course, NASCAR is at Texas tomorrow as well. So, anything else, Kurt?
No, that's it. And I got mixed feelings about tonight, Rip. I obviously have the lifetime Blues fan rooting for him to make the playoffs, but just like the players on the Blues, I don't have a whole lot of confidence in Jake Allen. Maybe they won't start him, but I think they probably will. And he's either going to shut him out or he's going to give up like 5 goals on 6 shots.
Well, let's hope for the former, the
exactly.
shutout.
Exactly.
If he doesn't, if the Blues score first, that should punch him over the top.
Come on, Kurt. But okay. I was at the Hawk game the other night, and the Blues scored first, and then the Blues had a 3-1 lead, and then the bad Jake Allen showed up. So I don't know.
Got really bad with 8.5 seconds left, didn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna bring my team poster home, but after that goal with 8 seconds left, it was shredded into pieces and on the floor, and we were out of there.
Oh, details and pictures to follow. Okay, thanks a lot, Kurt.
All right, Rip, thanks.
See ya. That's Kurt Peters on Scores and Stuff. Both were brought to you by Hoffman Auto Body. They're 7 miles north of Carlisle, easy to find, and a place you really need to go when your car or truck needs major, minor repairs, whatever it is. Stop by Hoffman Auto Body. We've got Mitch and we've got Chris and trivia too. Stay with us. Farmers State Bank is dedicated to the communities they serve. They've been making home loans for over 100 years. They are and will continue to be a strong, steady, common-sense leader that's always focused on what's best for you and the community. And remember, Farmers State Bank has loan professionals standing by to assist you in making the right decision for your needs. That's Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. An equal housing lender, member FDIC, NMLS number 404955.
As a business owner, you know that every year brings new challenges and opportunities. The success of your business demands expertise and focus, and Country Financial can help you keep that focus by helping ensure you have the right insurance protection in place to meet your goals. Marvin Gertis, your Country Financial representative in New Baden, can help you create a customized insurance plan that has coverages designed just for your business. Call Marvin Gertis today, 588-7112. Coverages may vary by state. Policies issued by Country Mutual Insurance Company, Bloomington.
When's the last time you had your eyes checked? Schedule an eye exam today at Breeze Family Vision Center or Lebanon Optometric Center. I'm Dr. Claire Thorpe-Klinsky, and if it's been more than a year, you might need a new prescription. If you use a computer regularly or are suffering from allergies, those both can be causes of eye strain or fatigue. Schedule a complete eye health exam today to find out if your eyes are healthy. We may be able to detect glaucoma and other eye diseases early. At Breeze Family Vision and Lebanon Optometric Center, we examine more than just your vision.
If you're looking for Nissan quality, be sure to check out what Munkin Dodge Chrysler, Jeep, Nissan, and Centralia has to offer. Munkin's has the entire field covered with a great lineup of Nissans, including Maximas, Altimas, and Sentras, SUVs and crossovers, and Titan and Frontier trucks. And you can relax when you shop Munkin's because you know you're getting the better deal every time, along with terrific service after the sale. For your Nissan, log on to Munkin1.com, or better yet, visit Munkin Dodge Chrysler, Jeep, Nissan in person, Route 161 West in Centralia.
Welcome to our music warehouse. Lucky you're not the one who has to refile all these CDs. Playing everything.
You've got Max 96.7.
Welcome back, everybody. Rip inside the nice toasty week. The Wigman Ford Studio. We can't lift up Mitch Custer right yet. Not yet. So we're going to make a little lineup change. Hopefully get him Shartley and then later Chris Foster. Let's crank out trivia instead.
It's time for the EZN Travel Trivia Quiz on Talkin Sports. Escape to paradise with EZN Travel and Breeze. Call 526-2201.
All All right, our number is 594-2576, 594-2576, and you are eligible to play. Unless you're someone in your household who's won the last 8 weeks. Number 2, you can't be affiliated with or related to anyone here at Max 96.7 or Easy and Travel. Today, you can grab an assortment from Talkin Sports. A nice-looking T-shirt, cap, and a couple of koozies. That's around $20 worth or so of value. You need to pick up the prize within 30, or it goes back into the prize box. Here's the question. We thought about the Masters, but we're going back to Cardinals opening day history at Busch. Here it is. Who was the last Cardinals starting pitcher to earn a victory in a St. Louis home opener? Darryl Kyle, Matt Morris, or Chris Carpenter? Who is the most recent Card starter to win a home opener? Kyle, Morris, or Carpenter? Give us a call at 594-2576, 594-2576. We're waiting for those. McKendree University is a great place to continue your sports career. It's also a great place to continue your education. McKendree offers a wide range of degrees, including master's degrees in business, nursing, education, and professional counseling. If you'd like, you can access McKendree's quality education through the flexibility of online degrees. To learn more about McKendree, log on to McKendreeOnline.com or call 1-800-BEARCAT. McKendree University is ready when you are.
Hello, I'm Wes Ronan, head chef and owner of Silver Spoon Catering. I've been working in the food industry for over 15 years, fine-tuning my craft as a professional chef and caterer. I would like to invite you to visit our new storefront location on Old Highway 50 in Breeze. We prepare daily specials using only the freshest ingredients possible. Find out what we're serving this week by calling us at 791-7847 or check us out at Silver Spoon, Illinois on Facebook.
Hi, this is Gary Gatti on Talkin Sports and Max 96.7.
Seaver Brothers has what you're looking for. Take a spin with Seaver Brothers and drive home in your new or pre-owned Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Dodge truck today. Let Seaver Brothers give you the car buying experience that no other dealership can offer. Seaver Brothers stands behind their products and also has an outstanding service department with qualified technicians to keep your vehicles running strong. Stop by Seaver Brothers, 811 Washington Street in Carlisle, or call 594-2624 for your next Seaver Brothers sales associate.
Southern Bus and Mobility is your Brawnability dealer in Breeze. Brawnability features the broadest lineup of wheelchair-accessible vehicles with more brands, entry types, features, and price points than any other manufacturer in the industry. See for yourself at Southern Bus and Mobility why a new or certified pre-owned wheelchair-accessible Brawnability vehicle is the only way to go. Call 526-4131 or stop by just east of Breeze on Old Route 50.
We tell you our music library contains an embarrassment of riches. Except nothing embarrasses us. Playing everything.
This is Max 96.7.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome. Hello. Are we rolling here? Okay. I think we have a winner on trivia, and haven't made connections with Mitch Custer yet, and we'll keep trying that. In the meanwhile, we might prop up Chris Foster, the new McKendree Bearcats coach, soon enough. So I can barely hear. We are on the air at this point. 1, 2, 3. All right. Do we have a winner here? Okay, here we go on trivia here, and then we're it's on the fly here. Here we go. Back to the question and so forth. We have a victor. Who was the last Redbird starting hurler to actually win in a St. Louis home opener? Was it Darryl Kyle, Matt Morris, or Chris Carpenter? It's Matt Morris, and we have to go all the way back to April 1st, 2002 for that, as he allowed just 1 earned run and 5 hits over 7. He beat the Rockies 10-2, 16 years ago. Darryl Kyle won the St. Louis lid lifter against the Cubs in 2000. Carp won 2 consecutive season opening tilts on the road. Surprisingly, Bob Gibson banked a win in just 1 home opener. He got 4 no decisions, and he started 10 openers. in total there. Our winner this morning, Dan Campworth, out of Breeze. Campy gets the, what's he win here? He gets a Talkin Sports T-shirt, a cap, and 2 koozies, and so some nice gear from Talkin Sports, and I'll be in touch with him. Let's take another time out, and then we'll come back with Chris Foster or Mitch Custer, maybe both. Who knows? Stay tuned. This is Talkin Sports for a Saturday morning.
Nordyke Funeral Home is thinking about your future and offers secure, pre-planned funeral arrangements, relieving the emotional burden for those you love, allowing you to express your own wishes, and assures peace of mind with financial concerns when your family needs it the most. Nordyke Funeral Home has 5 locations in Albers, Aveston, Breeze, New Baden, and now Carlisle. Visit NordykeFuneralHome.com or call 588-3533. Striving to earn your family's confidence and trust, Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations.
If it has been a long time since you've been to the dentist, you need to know you're not alone. For some, past experiences make it impossible to pick up the phone and call. Others are embarrassed because it has been so long. Hi, I'm Dr. Casey Santel, a general dentist from Breeze, Illinois, who sedates patients with pills. I believe in listening to our patients and finding workable solutions to problems they have without making them feel guilty or putting them down. Please call me, Dr. Casey Santel, at Breeze Dental Care at 526-2020 to schedule an appointment where sedation dentistry is an option for you to take care of your teeth without anxiety.
Are you looking for a happy dental home? Dr. Draghi and Dr. Santel are in-network providers with many insurance companies and have what you are looking for. New patients welcome and most emergencies seen immediately. Get back on the right track to good dental health with Breeze Dental Care. Call 526-2020. That's 526-2020.
If you're an athlete, coach, official, or fan, you need Lee Sports in Nashville. Lee Sports has it all for teams and individuals. From uniforms, shoes and equipment, to coaches apparel and officials gear. And Lee Sports carries name brands like Under Armour, Mizuno, Rawlings, and Adidas. Lee Sports also stocks a complete line of spirit wear and offers screen printing and custom embroidery, plus trophies, awards, and personalized items. Lee Sports in Nashville, your complete sporting goods headquarters.
I'd like to start a campaign to blow the buttons off people's radios. Is that realistic?
This is Max 96.7.
Welcome back once again, Rip here at the Weigman Ford studio where the time is 9:33. That time drop is brought to you by Breeze Furniture, Jan's Uniforms. All right, we had Kurt Peters on scores and stuff. We're still trying to track down Mitch Custer of the Kaskaskia College Baseball Blue Devils. We have a winner in trivia. That's Dan Campworth, and I'm kind of sort of back to normal. Kind of, sort of. Yeah, but we are enough for sure to go to the H&H Computer Services guest line to Kirksville, Missouri, I do believe, for the new McHenry Bearcats basketball coach, Chris Foster. Chris, welcome to Talkin Sports here in Carlisle, and welcome to McHenry University.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be on with you guys.
Well, it's good to have you aboard, and you're a very recent hire, Chris. Of course, how quickly did this all come together? When were you initially contacted? I take by AD Chuck Brigham, and how long was it before you said, I do?
Yeah, well, it was a pretty fast process. I talked to them. I talked to them on a Wednesday night and met with Chuck and some of the athletic department staff on a Thursday, and was on campus. I believe it was last Wednesday, and accepted the job and told everybody here in Kirksville on that Thursday. So pretty quick process.
Yeah, those things do normally go pretty fast, don't they? I mean, the school that wants they need to know, and I mean, it happens in a hurry a lot. Now, I don't think you were necessarily looking to make a change, were you, Chris? You just felt this position was better for you at this time. It was something you couldn't turn down.
Yeah, no, just really after talking with Chuck and kind of getting his vision for the athletic department, and then once I came on campus, was it really just blown away when you look across the board at athletics and some of the great coaches that they have there and what those programs are doing. That just really got me excited. I want to be part of that. I think I can learn a lot from all those people, and really want to grow our men's basketball program. And in the way that all the other programs are doing on campus. And
not that it matters what some people or fans. I mean, you don't have any thoughts of this being a lateral move, though, do you? Since you're in the Great Lakes Valley and so forth.
Yeah, no, I mean it's in the same league, but I think there's a lot of great things about McKendree, and like I said, just seeing what the other sports are doing and the growth and the success that they're having. I think the opportunity's there for men's basketball to have a successful run in the GLVC and get to some regional tournaments, and really just looking forward to coming in and working hard and getting them to that level.
You have you're, as you well know, you are following a legend, though, aren't you? You're following the footsteps of just an unbelievable coach, Harry Statham, who had just one, Hall of Fame, 52 years and well over 1,000 victories. That's something else.
Yeah, I mean, it's, Hall of Fame career, obviously, and, probably something that will never be done again, and I don't know that has been done on any level. And his track record and the longevity that he did it with speaks for itself. And, I'm excited to come in and build on that and transition that into a lot of success at the Division II level and in the Great Lakes Valley.
But you have quite the resume yourself, and just recently ended that really solid stay at Truman State. 40 wins of 20-plus win campaigns. That's great.
Yeah, it was exciting. It was a fun run. Very thankful to all the people at Truman and the support that they gave myself and our family here. And like we talked about, really a great opportunity for me at McKendree. Looking forward to getting started and getting my family down there and, on to the next chapter in my coaching career and another chapter for our family.
83 wins in that span and 48 against Great Lakes Valley Conference opponents, and that's what all is very, very important. Of course, you've had the success in the postseason, too, in the GLVC and beyond.
Yeah, and it's a tough league, as you well know.
Yes.
We feel like we found a formula and a style of play that works and that we can have success with. I think that's something that translates to McKendree. I think our fans and the community will really enjoy watching our teams play a up-tempo style of basketball, playing really unselfish, sharing the ball and really competing hard on defense. And looking forward to having some success in the Great Lakes Valley at McKendree.
And you've done that, and you've went beyond that too, haven't you? You've led your team to a pair of NCAA Division II tournaments, and that's the competition. It really gets dialed up there.
Yeah, that regional's tough in Division II, and we're in such a good region. But again, feel like we found a formula to get there, and I want to get there and win some games. In the 2 years at Truman, we lost in the first round, so. Really excited to work hard and get back there and have some success in that regional.
I think the fans are going to like but what were you at? You were 80-plus points per game most of the seasons. Who doesn't like to watch that, huh?
Yeah, we try to play a style that's fun to watch and a style that the kids love to play, and that's, up-tempo, a lot of four-guard lineups, space on the floor. Trying to drive and get in the paint and get a lot of free throw attempts. But, feel like we'll have a fun brand of basketball to watch for sure.
That three-point line, that suits you just fine, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's always been a big part of it when you kind of look at the way the game's trending all across the board, whether it's pro game or Division I or Division II. And, really for me, it's really focused on the type of shots you get. And I think when you run good offense and you're unselfish, you get great shots. And obviously when you do that, you're able to shoot a much higher percentage. And that's what we look to do, is be unselfish, get great shots on every possession. And I think when you do that, the percentages and your points a game will reflect that.
You tucked in around 43% of your shots from beyond the arc. But what else is it about your coaching style, maybe defensively, for instance, Chris?
Yeah, we want to be, our biggest thing is we want to be disruptive defensively. We want to try to take teams out of what they're doing, be stingy, make them work for tough shots, really try to take away the spot threes, which is what we take advantage of on the offensive end. But I think if you can take away spot threes you can take away layups, and work really hard to contest everything in between there. And then really having the ability to go get rebounds to kind of finish off possessions.
We are with the new head coach of the McKendree basketball Bearcats, Chris Foster. He comes to us this morning from Missouri. Of course, as is the case with all good coaches, you first learned from some really capable guys, didn't you, along the way? And one of those had to be with your stay over at Northern Iowa. You're quite a player, but you had you picked up some good knowledge too.
Yeah, I did. Very fortunate to, I play for Coach McDermott, who's the head coach now at Creighton. And really learned a lot from him over the course of my 4 years, and then was able to be on the coaching staff for Coach Jacobson, who's the head coach at Northern Iowa now. Was an assistant there when I played, and those guys have had a ton of success and have really supported me throughout my career. And that's, I think, a lot of where I get some of my coaching style from, and I know how much those guys have meant to not only my professional, my coaching career, but just to my family and being there for us whenever we need anything. And that's really the type of relationship that I base my coaching on. I want to be there for the guys. I want to help them grow into young men, and continue to have a relationship with them 10, 15 years down the road. So really excited to do that at McKendree.
But you're in days as a player there, you were a 4-year starter. You scored you busted through that 1,000-point club, so you did it right too. And through your duties afterwards, you were there as a grad assistant first. Came back for some extracurricular as well. You just missed Lucas O'Rear's start over there, right? Lucas is from Nashville, Illinois. You did really, really well for the Panthers. Yeah,
and I know Lucas and his family really well. So I did miss him. I was around for a little bit of his recruitment, and then obviously I've always stayed really connected with the program there. And but yeah, Lucas was a great kid and an unbelievable player for him at Northern Iowa. Man, just a tough, gritty, hard-nosed kid. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, I was wondering if you crossed paths or not too. And was one of your teammates Ben Jacobson? Am I right on that?
Yeah, not the coach, but a player. We had
I was trying to think of okay, all right. But 4 years and you were on the all-freshman team in the Valley and all. So anyway, you come here with a worthy background for sure. And now you want to be able to accomplish at Lebanon what you've done over at Truman State and so forth. And the first line is always players, recruiting, and so forth. And I think 2 players are gone through graduation, and you've surely dabbled with Nate Michael by now. He can leave. He's going to graduate in May. So what can you tell us about the players that are in tow, at least for right now, Chris?
Yeah, so I was on campus all last week, had a lot of meetings and talks with those guys. Met with Nate. He is going to stay. He'll play his senior year at McKendree. Couldn't be happier about that. It's still working through. I know there's a couple guys that are thinking, but I think we'll have pretty much everybody back that has eligibility left in the program. So really, really excited about that. I think got a group of hungry kids that really want success. They love McKendree University for a lot of reasons, and want to get degrees from there. So I'm excited to have those guys returning. So
Nate will be with you again in this case for his senior season.
Yes, sir.
That is great. We actually had his dad, Tom, of U of I fame on Monday night, and he had just mentioned, I wasn't aware, and we had Nate on the show maybe 4 weeks ago. So that's great, man. He can play, and Nolan Gurling and more. So the recruiting, the trail, it's what it's all about. And do you like transfers, JUCO players, or do you prefer them right out of the high school ranks?
Yeah, we've generally taken kids, and I prefer high school kids. Obviously, coming into a new situation, we'll be a little more flexible with that because we want to have success right away. So we have some transfer guys or some junior college guys that make sense. It'll certainly be an option, but really love good, solid high school players. I know there's a lot of great high school basketball in the area when you look at Central Illinois, the Metro East, and then across into St. Louis. So really excited to get to know a lot of the coaches in that area and build some strong relationships and get to work recruiting some of those kids.
But no matter how they show up at your campus now, you want to build McKendree's program to meet those Division II standards, and it's tough, man. That was quite a jump from NAIA through the up into Division II, but it's going to happen for you. And how are you aligned with the coaching staff, Chris? Is that pretty much salted away or in progress?
Yeah, we're getting so we're going to hire our assistant coach will be Seth Jackson. Seth is a CBC graduate from over in St. Louis, played for us here at Truman, graduated 3 years ago, was a first-team All-GLVC player, led our league in scoring as a senior. Played a couple years overseas, and then he spent last year working with the Detroit Pistons G League team, so he's got some great experience in the pro basketball. And Seth's a guy really connected in St. Louis from a recruiting standpoint. Will be great with player development, as I mentioned, with what he learned in the G League in the past year. And he's a younger guy. He can relate to what these kids are going through. He's been a successful player in this league, and I think his experience in the league, being able to connect with the kids in our program, are going to have a great impact on everything that we do.
Yeah, and I know you're as excited as can be, and you fill out that staff and all, and get what it's going to be. It's a busy time for you now, but I know you can't wait to get going for real. And when those official workouts begin this fall, but there's a lot to gather and package before then, isn't there, Chris? But you're on your way.
Yeah, and excited. We're going to start doing some spring workouts with the returning guys in the program next week. So really looking forward to getting out on the floor with those guys and getting sweaty and getting to work here in the next 3 weeks here before school gets out.
And I guess you have a budding young basketball player or two in your family too. Is that right, Chris?
Yeah. My son Jace, today's actually his 10th birthday.
Oh, 10, okay.
Yeah, he loves hoops. He loves to be at practice, and he tries to coach the guys and keep them humble when he can. But he's thrilled. He's my oldest. I have a 6-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old daughter, and my wife Kylie, and we're all very excited and really looking forward to getting in the area and getting involved in things.
Well, again, welcome to the area and to Talkin Sports, and once the season gets underway next late fall, we'll definitely have you on the show 2 or 3 times per year and catch up with your Bearcats nest. So congratulations on your new gig.
All right, thanks a lot. Appreciate you having me.
That's Chris Foster of the McKendree Basketball Bearcats. Let's see, Ben Jacobson. Yeah, I saw that name. Anyway, brain jog. Scratch that question. I think we're going to make connections with Mitch Custer up next. Don't touch that dial. Need insurance? Insurance you can really count on? If so, turn to Dan Imming at Imming Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Dan and his staff will provide you with the insurance coverage and service you deserve. Whether it's auto, home, life, health, or commercial, your choices aren't limited either. Imming Insurance Agency represents many outstanding companies, so get covered by the best. Call Imming Insurance Agency at 594-4536 or stop by 589 9th Street in Carlisle. Imming Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Clinton County sports.
Companies are hiring again. That's good news. Bad news, you don't have the skills they're looking for. Kaskaskia College can fix that. KC's welding technology program can set you up with the skills industries are looking for. More good news, classes are available at KC's Trenton Center or Crisp Technology Center. Call Sean Morris at 545-3406. The demand is there, the pay is there. Where are you? Kaskaskia College, your future starts here.
Good times are waiting at Brett's Wildlife Lodge and Winery, just north of Carlisle on Route 127. There's no better place to see live music than the Brett's Outdoor Stage, hosting bands every weekend. The kitchen at Brett's opens at 3 on Monday and Tuesday. They open for lunch at 11 Wednesday through Friday, and they have breakfast Saturday and Sunday starting at 8, with dinner available daily. Brett's Wildlife Lodge and Winery is a great spot for a meeting, a party, a get-together, or just to grab a bite to eat. Call 594-8830 or go to wildlifelodgeandwinery.com.
Hi, this is Dr. Matt Palm, chiropractor for MedPlus Physical Medicine in Carlisle. Here at MedPlus, we pride ourselves on offering many health services all in one convenient place. Whether it is our medical providers using state-of-the-art treatments for back pain or knee arthritis, our physical therapists and chiropractors safely and conservatively treating your musculoskeletal conditions, or our massage therapists melting our aches and stress away. We want to be your local choice for musculoskeletal pain. Please stop by MedPlus Physical Medicine in Carlisle or visit us on our website at medplusplus.com.
Flying in the face of conventional wisdom.
There's no rules and no laws and lots of litter.
Every day.
This is Max 96.7.
And welcome back for another shot at it here on Talkin' Sports. We're in the Wheaton Ford studio on this Saturday. And yes, of course, I'm very sorry to hear about the latest tragic loss for the Central Sports teams, in this case from their volleyball team, the Cougars volleyball team. So, yeah, sad stuff indeed. Let's flip that switch now. We get back on the H&H Computer Services guest line. We got our man here. It's out for Kaskaskia Blue Devils baseball coach Mitch Custer. You eluded us for a while, Mitch, but it's only a matter of time. Welcome back.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I apologize. I wasn't sure what was going on.
I have.
Glad to be back on and talking with you.
We just wish you were on under better circumstances, huh? The John Logan Volunteers tripped you up yesterday, and they completed a sweep of your Devils. That 3-game series went all Logan.
Yeah, it did. We lost an extra inning game 2 days ago, and then got beat 3-1 yesterday. So it was a tough way to end the series. Those last 2 games, felt like we were right there. We had a lead late in game 2, and then just couldn't put anything together offensively yesterday, and got beat 3-1. But we'll rebound. We'll have to rebound. I mean, we got Wabash Valley coming to our place on Monday, and another good team coming in. So. We'll practice tomorrow afternoon and get ready for Monday with Wabash.
Sure. The bats were just simply silenced yesterday. And in that extra inning game, this was a 9-inning affair. The ones and then the doubleheaders are 7 innings. You lost that in 8. Was that on a 3-run bomb by Logan?
No, we were the home team. So they scored 3 in the top of the 8th, and then obviously we didn't score in the bottom of the 8th. So it was. I think we were up 4-1 going into the 5th. And they got a couple runs there, and they got one late to tie it. I think in the top of the 6th, and then got 3 in the 8th, and that did us in. So.
Okay, yeah, my schedule's kind of dizzy after all these cancellations and everything. So The main thing is, unfortunately, the 3 went to Logan. But and you were just coming off a 3-game wash of Ren Lake too, but that's kind of the MO so far this year. You've been a bit streaky, right, Mitch?
Yeah, we have, and that's we've been up, playing well, and then all of a sudden we take a couple steps behind. We just got to be more consistent. I think if we start playing more, we hadn't played in 8 or 9 days since we played with Logan with all the cancellations and rainouts and stuff. So once we get rolling here, we play 4 days this next week: Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and weather-wise, it looks like we're going to get all those in. So if we can start playing consistently, I think we'll be more consistent. From an offensive standpoint, pitching-wise, I feel like we're right there. We're doing a good job of giving us a chance to win. We just got to put things together offensively.
Weather's certainly been a trouble, for everybody. I realize that, but the more you play, the more you're out on that diamond day by day. Just everybody's more comfortable, more relaxed. Are all the have you caught up with all the GRAC games though? Are they all in the fold so far, or you have a couple to make up here somewhere?
No, yeah, we're 4 games behind on the GRAC schedule.
Okay.
Yeah. And everybody is.
Right.
Everybody's trying to make games up, and we got to get them in by the second week in May. So yeah, everybody's scrambling. If we got a good day, somebody's playing. So.
You are now 6-6 in league play, 10-9 overall. And what's been a plus or two for you, Mitch? I understand Jared Timmerman's done a really nice job on the hill.
He has. He's been our Thursday guy for us, our first game of the series every week, and has given us a chance. He's a guy that's not going to, run it up there on the radar gun, but he's a guy that's going to throw a 3-pitch mix and throw 3 different pitches for strikes and keep us in the game, and he's done a great job against some really quality teams so far, and we're going to, need that to continue the rest of the year every time he gets the ball.
Five victories so far?
Yeah, he's 5-2 now.
5-2.
And that's, that's an outstanding, record, just, with the schedule we play and going down south and then coming back up here and playing in our conference. I mean, he's done a great job for us.
You got it. Pretty sparkling earned run average, too.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, around 2.5 or so. And who else is filling out your rotation when you get a few games in a row?
Zach Horville, a kid from Sullivan, Illinois, has pitched well. He pitched well yesterday. Gave us 7 innings in that 3-1 ball game. And Manny Martinez, a kid out of Puerto Rico, has done well in that 2-hole for us. And bullpen wise, Lane Koenig at Effingham, and then Brandon Repking out of Louisville, North Clay has been 2 big arms for us out of the bullpen. Adam Bunnell from Salem has done a great job for us out of the bullpen, too. He's gotten a lot better since last year as a freshman to this year as a sophomore, and just, physically and mentally better for us, out of the pen. So those 3 guys have been really intriguing for us.
What's the situation with Garrett Belcher out of Patoka? Has he rebounded from those basketball days yet?
He's not quite there yet. He understands that. He's like, I know. I just met with him this week. He's like, I know I'm behind everybody. And I said, well, we're going to get there. You keep working. I know you're going to keep working at it. We got to put the time in and get you on the mound. It's hard to throw a kid in there in a conference game when he hasn't been on the mound to see some live hitting, and hopefully this next week or 2 we get him on the mound, maybe in an inter-squad game type of situation, so he can face a live hitter, and then we roll him out there for a conference game or a non-conference game. So
Julio Canellas, one of your top dogs and offensively, but we've got a couple of locals in there high above the stats, and Bryce Beckman and Brad Furhop, they're looking good too. Yeah, all 3 of those guys have swung the bat well. Bryce has done a great job for us playing center field, being in the lineup every day, hitting in our 2-hole. Has really done an outstanding job. And Julio Canales leading off for us, playing shortstop. Those 2 guys have kind of started our lineup off all year long. They've always been in that 1 and 2-hole, and then Nick Bates has been in that 3-4-hole. Braden Sisson has been our third baseman and hitting in our 3-hole. Braden in that Wren Lake series kind of tweaked his shoulder a little bit, so he's been out for about 10, 12 days now, and we should know more in the next week or so if we're going to get him back anytime soon. So that's a big hole to fill. When a 3-hole guy goes down, our starting third baseman, we've got to have some guys step up now, and we will. So who's taking over at the hot corner? Richie Well, kid who played out of Vandalia, played second base when Sisson was in the lineup. Richie has slid over to play third base, and we filled in that second base spot with Steven Davila. And away from, let's go to a KC alum. I know you're proud of all the guys who went through your program and whatever they're doing now into college and the pros, and that's where I want to go now. Nick Gardewine, who has been up with the Rangers last year, possibly briefly this. I know he's in Major League camp. He's at AAA Round Rock, though, now, correct? Yeah, he's in AAA Round Rock. He got a call up. I think it was game 2 of the season. Okay. Yeah. They had, I think, Delino DeShields Jr. went down with an injury, and they brought Nick up for a game for some bullpen help, and he got into that game, and then he got sent back down the next day. So it's kind of where he's at right now. I know I talked to him a couple weeks ago, and he's chomping at the bit to stay up there and wants to stay up there, and he just keep working hard and keep plugging away. Yeah, the best. I know when they signed or re-signed Big Bartolo Colon, that put the damper on his act again, at least for the time. Yeah, it did, and Bartolo's going to be up there. Obviously, they're going to keep him up there because he's a starter. But I think Nick's right there. I mean, if a guy goes down or whatever, and something happens, I mean, Nick's right there. That he's going to get that call up, and he understands that. He's just got to put his work in down there at Round Rock, and then he's one step away. Love to see the locals like Trevor Richards now with the Miami Marlins, and Nick is right there on the cusp, back and forth, and of course Jake Odorizzi from Highland. It's all good stuff. Yeah, it is, and then you got Gertie over there in the bullpen at St. Louis. Yes. It's outstanding for our area and our community. Yeah, it would have been nice if they would have let him chug along on the one of those fancy trucks the other day. What's 5 more minutes? But no, I don't get that. It would have been a nice little comeback tour for him. But, yeah, that's all great. So get it going and flip some wins your way, and we'll touch base with you later on in the season. You get some good weather, and things are going to start happening for you. So you're a weatherman. Next week looks good, huh?
Yeah, don't quote me on that. It could change tomorrow. It seems like this time of year we plan on something for Monday or Tuesday to play, and then all of a sudden Sunday night something rolls in, and you're like, it may not happen. So.
Well, your field is covered, Larry Smith Field. It is a delight among all the ballparks around here, so no doubt about that. Thanks a lot, Mitch.
All right, thanks for having me.
Mitch Custer, thanks to him, to Chris Foster, and also to Kurt Peters. And Monday's wide open right now, and we've got some plans, doing a juggling act for Monday plans. Just tune in, man. We'll tell you all about it when we show up. Our trivia winner, yes, Dan Camperworth. He gets a slug of stuff from Talkin Sports. We'll see you Monday between 6 and 7 on Talkin Sports, Real Sports Talk on Max 96.7 Wcxo.
Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7 was powered by Mako Elevator in Centralia. See Mako for a variety of fertilizer, seed corn, and seed soybeans. Talkin' Sports was brought to you by Munkin Dodge Chrysler Jeep Nissan in Centralia. Kaskaskia College. The future's yours at Kaskaskia College. Emin Insurance Agency in Carlisle. Farmers State Bank of Hoffman, Central City, and Hoyleton. Nordyke Funeral Home with 5 locations to serve your needs. Lee's Sports in Nashville. McKendree University in Lebanon. Country Financial Representative Marvin Gerdes in New Baden. Seaver Brothers in Carlisle. And by Becker Jewelers with locations in Breeze and Highland, and always online at beckerjewelers.com. Thank you for joining us for this WCXO sports presentation of Talkin' Sports on Max 96.7.